Hello, Connie Learning Community. Now that we have taken a look at the different emphasis areas with some of our industry partners that helped us with that, we are going to start jumping into advising and getting ready for registration for the next semester. So to start out, we want to help you kind of figure out how you can look at your own degree audit and take a look and see what classes you already have done, and then what classes do you still need to complete. So to get to your degree audit, you will log into Access Plus, and then you will go to the student tab. And then in the student tab, you should be able to see degree audit as an option on the side, and you can go ahead and click on degree audit. You'll have to connect to the degree audit system and then go ahead and run that audit. So when you have the option to run your degree audit, it will automatically pull with whatever your current degree is. So for most of you, that's just going to be Connie building, because if you don't pick an emphasis area, you're going to default to the building emphasis. So if you are thinking of choosing a different emphasis, you can actually go into run a different program. There will be an option that asks you if you want to select a different program, and you could pick Connie electrical, heavy, mechanical, whatever it is that you want to see. And that would actually show you the degree audit with that program. Now you can actually do that for any major at Iowa State. They're all listed in there. So if you ever wanted to see how your credits would look in a different major, that's a way that you could do that. But regardless, once you click to run that program, that is going to actually populate your degree audit, showing the courses that you've already taken or the courses that you're registered for now, and then how they show up applying to the credits required for the program. So I am going to share with you, I have a kind of like a sample degree audit so that we can look at some of the information that we want to see. Now, I had to do this degree audit in a PDF, so it looks slightly different than how yours will look. Yours will actually have some nice colors on it. The one that I'm going to show you does not have colors on it because of how I had to do it, but bear with me on that. So let me get that shared here. Okay, so you should be able to see my degree audit here now. So when you look at your degree audit, there's going to be some really helpful information that you'll see kind of starting out. You'll see, when the audit was run. So that's actually really important, because if we make any changes to your audit, this will be kind of like a snapshot in time of when I ran that audit. It will show you your major. It will show you your catalog year, which there's always a little thing behind it. We just want to pay attention to the year in that. And then it will show what is your projected graduation date. If that graduation date is not correct, you can actually go in and change it in Access Plus. Then in this section, you can see a lot of information all about you. So it will show, when you started at Iowa State, when you're, again, that graduation date. It will show how many credits you've earned, which does not include in-progress courses. So it will be like, what have you earned up to, before this semester. It will show your cumulative GPA. That cumulative GPA means every single course that you've taken at Iowa State. So if you're taking some random courses that don't really have anything to do with your major, that's totally fine. Those will still go into your cumulative GPA. It will also show how many drops you have left. So there's actually a limit to how many courses you can drop while at Iowa State. For most, if you came direct from high school, you have 5 drops available to you. If you came in as a transfer student, you have 4 drops available. And basically the purpose of that is, as a transfer student, you probably have more of your courses done. You shouldn't need as many drops, I think is kind of the rationale. If it is your very first semester here as a brand new freshman direct from high school, drops don't actually count in your first semester. So that 5 drop limit would be for classes after your first semester. Don't stress about that too much. If you're feeling stressed out about having a limit on drops, if anything happens, some kind of like difficult circumstance or something kind of beyond your control where you might need an additional drop, we can always petition the college to get an additional drop. It just kind of depends on what's going on and why you would need that. Basically, we don't want you signing up for classes and then dropping them all the time. So you'll always be able to see how many drops you have left by looking at this section of your degree audit. Another thing that you can see here is designated repeat credits used. So you actually have 15 credits available where if you don't do well in a class and you want to retake that class, you can do that, and the new grade will replace the old grade when it comes to calculating your GPA. So that's pretty cool. If you, if you fail a course, instead of dropping a course, you stayed in it and you didn't pass, when you take that class again the next time and get a passing grade, that will replace the F in your GPA calculation. So that's really nice. You get 15 credits of that. You can retake more than 15 credits if you want to. It's just that 15 is that limit for when it will replace in the GPA. And then it shows, some other stuff here, like if you've used any pass, no pass credits, how many 2-year transfer credits you have. There is a limit on how many credits you can transfer from a community college, from like a 2-year college, and that limit is 65. So if you're ever getting close to that limit, you can see kind of where you're at here. This sample audit has 30 of them used. So if that student wanted to go to a community college over the summer and take a class and then transfer it in, they still could do that. So scrolling down through the degree audit, you'll see this area where it tells you how many credits are applied, how many credits you're in this semester, and then how many credits you still need. I don't really recommend that you pay too much attention to this because it doesn't always calculate this correctly. So, it can be kind of stressful when a student says, oh, I've earned 80 credits. I should only have, 40 credits left. And it's like, well, not necessarily. It totally depends on what those credits are. I don't really look at the number of credits. I look more at, have you met the specific classes that we need to have? So as we scroll down through the degree audit, we can actually see those specific classes and make sure that you've met all of those. This is where mine looks a little bit different from yours, because yours, if you have an X next to a class, that should be red. And if you have a check mark next to a class, that will be green. Mine just doesn't have the colors on it right now. So the X means that you do not have that completed yet. Once you have that course completed, it will be a green check mark. If you have a class that you're currently taking, it will be it'll be green and it'll have like 3 little dots in it, meaning that that class is in progress. So we can look down through the degree audit and see what has been completed, what is still. So here's a class that's in progress. This person is enrolled in this class currently. And so theirs would be green right here with the 3 little dots showing that they're currently in that class. The degree audit does not really go in order of when you should take the classes. It's just kind of a list of classes, breaking them into separate sections. If you're looking for something that will tell you when you should take the class, that would be, using that course matrix or using that prerequisite chart that we gave you in the brown folders and that I showed you last week, where you can find those online. Those are going to show you, take these now, take these then. This is just going to show you if you have them met already or not. So one of the important things on your degree audit is going to be this basic program section. There are a lot of rules about the basic program. Pretty much everybody in this class is in basic program classes right now, so this is really important. The basic program is what every engineering student is required to take as kind of that first set of classes. So in the basic program, we have our chemistry class, we have 2 English, well, that changed recently. Now we only have English 150 in there. So yours is actually going to look a little bit different than this because we took 250 out. But you've got an English class in there. You have the engineering orientation, which is kind of part of this learning community class. You have your engineering problem solving course, library, Calc 1, Calc 2, and physics, just physics 1. So the important thing to note with the basic program is that you have to have a 2.0 or higher in this group of courses. So if you transfer something in, that's great, but it does not count towards the GPA for this. So something that I see often is, let's say that a student transferred in their English course, maybe they transferred in Calc, maybe they even transferred in chemistry, and then pretty much what's left in the basic program is going to be Calc 2, physics, and CE 160. That would mean that your GPA is based only on those courses in this group that you take at Iowa State, and that has to be above a 2.0. So if you don't complete the basic program in a timely manner, or if you complete the basic program but the GPA is below a 2.0, you would need to retake something there to get it above a 2.0. You cannot move on to upper level engineering courses until this basic program is complete. So there's a little bit of a grace period there where we let you take maybe like one 200 level course while you're completing it. But if you try to go 2 semesters without having the basic program complete, the College of Engineering is actually going to prevent you from registering for further engineering courses until that is complete. So for right now, this is probably the most important section that you'll have on your degree audit, is making sure that that basic program is complete. So this person, I need to do a fix here. For any of you who are in a similar situation, so this person, it looks like they went directly into English 250, meaning that they probably scored high enough on their English section of their ACT or SAT to be able to place directly into 250. They should get T credit for English 150 once that 250 grade came in. For some reason, it didn't show up there, so I just have to manually go in and fix that. You are going to be looking at your degree audit with your peer mentor this week. So this would be something where if you have a degree audit that's similar, where you, let's say you already have a grade for English 250, but you're not seeing the credit for English 150, let your peer mentor know, and they can let me know to go in and fix that. So part of what you're doing, my responsibility is to make sure that your degree audit has the correct information on it with whatever I can do, but I don't always know what to fix unless you're pointing it out to me. So on a pretty regular basis, you need to be looking at your degree audit and letting me know if there's an issue or something that I need to take care of. Okay, so looking down through this degree audit, we then have our math and physical science section. So it shows us our stat class, differential equations, physics 2. You can see this person transferred that class in, which is totally fine. Then we have the Connie Core. This is another group where the GPA has to be a 2.0 or higher. So not every group of classes has that requirement. Some groups do. The core, the basic program, and then cumulative has to be a 2.0 or higher as well. So you can see they're in one of these classes right now. They haven't taken any of the other ones yet. That's fine. Going a little further down, you can see some of the other Connie courses that they have, just showing what they already have completed. They've completed Learning Community, Graphics, 222, and then it shows what they're registered for this semester as well. Down here, we can see that this person is a building emphasis. So it has that building construction option. If you choose to go heavy electrical or mechanical, you'll see the options for those options here. One other way that we can see what your emphasis is at the top of the degree audit. If you had a different emphasis, it would actually show up right here, kind of at the bottom of this info section. Okay, so scrolling back down here, we have a place where we can have our internships and co-ops show up. So if you have an internship, it's going to show up with that internship course number here. And then one other thing that we have on the degree audit is courses not applied. So this is going to be really important for you to look at when you're looking at your own degree audit. Take a look at courses not applied, and we can see if you have any transfer coursework or anything that should be popping into a section that's not. And if you do have that, then you would want to let your peer mentor know, to let me know. Sometimes I'll have students who take like Project Lead the Way, IED, for example, that may be able to count as graphics, but it doesn't always just like automatically go there. So if you see a course and that course is not applied that you think should be showing somewhere else, just let us know and we can take a look and see if it would actually apply to that area. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video so that I'm doing these in kind of smaller chunks. That is basically how you read your degree audit. You'll be doing that with your peer mentor this week. So let your peer mentor know, or you can let me know as well if you have any questions about accessing that peer, or that degree audit, and then definitely let your peer mentor know if there are any issues on your degree audit that you think need to be resolved.